believe I gotta have this conversation.
If he don't win this year, he's a bum.
What?
No, that's a Hall of Fame terrible take right there.
No, it's not. It's true. It's so true.
What?
Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh, yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. What's up, everybody? 3 and a possible. It's Hall of Fame day, fellas. We got a class of all Hall of Fame classes going in today. Some big names, historic coaches. Great day. We got some controversial comments, I guess, by another, I think former, I don't think he's playing anymore, player on a couple notable players in the NBA, Jimmy Butler and Khris Middleton. For all of our video game friends out there, 2K ratings were released, and then we got a new concept, segment, game, whatever you want to call it, Batman or Robin, and you can say it's even inspired by our main man, Evan Turner. The conversation that he has spurred up, but we got to start.
The Ohio State.
Okay, if you want to claim that, go for it. But we got to start with the Hall of Fame. Obviously, a big day, recognizing some notable players, the notable sixes, we'll call them. There are some others that are going in as well. But we got my man Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Pau Gasol, Tony Parker, Greg Popovich, and Becky Hammon. Fellas, nothing much to say, but this is an incredible class. Some people are saying this is the best class or one of the best classes of all time. I don't think I know enough about who went in and what year to make a definitive statement like that. But I just want to kick this around. A lot of good memories with these guys, especially from our childhood. So, Joe, I'll let you kind of kick it off. You can take this whichever way you want. But what do you have to say about these Hall of Fame inductees?
Like you said, I really don't have any complaints on this one. They actually got it right this time. But the only one, Becky Hammon, I think that's kind of soon. Like, let's chill. Like, I get it.
Well, I mean, part of it's for her WNBA career as well as a player.
Yeah, which was solid, but come on now, like it's kind of soon. But I
get
it.
Know, breaking barriers, I think, is part of it. You know, breaking the coaching barriers in the NBA. So there's some historical aspects to it.
It is, but it's kind of saying. But besides that, you can't complain. Coach Pop, he top 1 or 2, top 3 coaches of all time. Like you can't hate on that. Dirk, the best European player ever. You know, he up there. Signature shot. People don't want to say it. It's close to unstoppable. That shot was crazy. That fadeaway.
They had to change the rules. They literally stopped letting people do it.
Yeah. So like, dude. So you can't hate on that. And then Dwayne Wade. Like, only thing you can say about Dwayne Wade negatively is he got hurt. So you didn't really get his longevity. But what he did early on in his career to win a championship by himself, but then also be able to win a championship when LeBron was there. You can't hate on that. You gotta give all these guys respect. I have zero complaints. I mean, I kind of have one complaint. We had a name on there, Jimmy Valvano. Like, can we let that story go? Like, I get it. It's a sad story, but let the shit go. Man ain't a Hall of Famer. He got a championship. He died. Like, let it go, bro. Just let it go. But besides that, everybody else cool. But I'm just saying,
you just have to throw
Hall of Fame
in there.
I'm just saying.
Devion, what you got? Your reaction for this big day for all these guys?
That shit was funny. I would expect you to say.
I'm serious, dog. I was so dead ass.
Oh shit! All right, let me get that.
Get it together.
Yeah, well, it's so random. Nah, it's it's pretty. It's a good. Oh shit, bro, that threw me off. Nah, it's a decent class. I guess the only other one I think is probably comparable was what, like, I think it was like 2016 with like Shaq and Yao Ming. and AI. The rest of them, like that probably be like my favorite one outside this. But you got Tony Parker, Pop, you know what they did, D-Wade,
Right.
fucking D-Wade, The Flash, Dirt, yeah, greatest European player, and probably had the hardest finals run out of he probably had the
Facts.
hardest finals run ever. So, and he beat an elite Miami team. Paul Gasol, part of our 2-peat, should have been 3-peat. You can't say nothing bad about his. Pop, probably fuck around, be the best, at least I'd say basketball coach ever.
Maybe.
I don't know about the greatest coach ever. I'm not gonna say greatest coach ever. I don't like switching sports like that. But basketball, shit, his resume is crazy. And Becky, yeah, you can give it to her as a player, but a coach, not yet. I think by the end of her career, she probably will get in as a coach too. Like, keep it real with you, because she ain't a bad coach. She really not. So
led the Aces to a WNBA championship last year. Looks like en route to another one this year.
They don't take much to take the Aces to the championship with that squad, bro. They stacked. I'm just saying. She is a champion.
But we've seen in sports, people know how to
handle
fuck up something that's real good. They can't. It's a lot of pressure that come with, living up to the hype and
David Blatt.
it. So
yeah, I mean, think about a lot of the same criticism got handed, Spoelstra's way when the Big Three in Miami came together. But we've seen since then in the NBA, we've seen the Nets try and do it. Didn't work. We've seen Philly kind of try and do it with Harden and Embiid. Didn't work. And that was with the championship winning coach. So, I mean, I think there's some credit due there. And again, I think it's mostly the groundbreaking that she did with getting women into coaching in the NBA. I think that's the monumental thing that's on Becky's resume. So I got no issues with it. The one thing
but they respect her too.
They really
like the
do.
players actually respect her.
And like the top of the line players too. Like Tim Duncan's even come out and publicly supported her as a brilliant basketball
her,
mind.
So that means a lot. Yeah. I mean a lot. So
I'll tell you the thing that I like the most about this class is like the storylines with so many of them. Powell's kind of the exception between those kind of main six is like he's not really relevant to the others, but like Dwayne Wade and Dirk, two different kind of battles in the finals. So there's nice storylines there. And then obviously the Spurs had their battles with Dwayne Wade as well. So Popovich, Hammond, and Tony Parker all kind of in there together as well. So it's cool in that way. Is like when we're kind of telling the story later this evening, I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern when the enshrinement kind of ceremony is. There's going to be a lot of cool storylines that kind of feed together amongst these different players. So that's kind of cool to me. Don't need to belabor it. Congratulations to all of them. I will especially be tuned in to see, obviously, Dwayne Wade go in and his speech and everything. But let's move on to the video game world. Now, I haven't bought 2K in a minute, but the ratings always cause controversy. People always want to debate. I already know which one you're mad about and get over it.
It's not LeBron. It's not LeBron's.
I know it's not LeBron. I know exactly who it is.
LeBron.
So here we go. We got the top 10 right here. Jokic, number 1, as a 98. Okay. No problem there. Giannis, LeBron, Embiid, Durant, and Curry, all 96. Luka, Tatum, and Jimmy Butler, 95. And then Kawhi there, 94. So
come on, Jimmy should be like a 92, but I'm okay with that. He made it to the finals. That's good.
So reactions, Joe. Since you're so anxious to talk about it,
it's cool.
Talk about it.
No, I'm actually not really mad about none of those, but 95 is kind of high for Jimmy Butler. Like, come on, bro. Maybe because it's gonna drop when they come up with the first roster updates. It's gonna drop because the regular season he not a 95. That 95 coming off of the playoffs. But he ain't no 95 in the regular season.
2K needs to have the ability to have like
they adjusted
ratings.
They adjusted.
No, I'm talking about built in specifically to the game.
No,
like
you know what they need
when
to
the
do?
playoffs
they need to be like
certain players go up and certain players go down.
I agree with that actually. Because MLB does that. MLB the show does that. If a player has a good week, they'll boost his stats for that week. They should do that. Absolutely. They should do like Madden, and Madden has people go to games. They have Madden justers who are usually former players that go to games and watch the guys' stuff, and they make the rating. So 2K should do that. But the one I'm really mad about
is a 92, bro.
92.
What you got, Joe?
By the way,
What you got, Joe?
Jimmy Butler 92. But my real issue, Wembanyama is an 85, just like Paolo Banchero.
84,
like,
I think.
84, whatever. Same thing.
Yes, 84.
That's ridiculous, bro. Paolo Banchero is if Paolo Banchero is an 84, then Wemby should be maybe a 76. And I feel like that's a little respectful just because of his height. Like, you a rookie coming in this league, you should not be at a B rating. You should not be above a C plus. You could be a C plus with A potential, but your rating should not coming into the league. I haven't even seen you play. You haven't played against nobody. You should not be 76, and that should be the cap for a rookie. In my opinion.
Okay. Coming.
Yes, bro.
We'll at Ronnie in this when we post this clip, Joe. Devion, what you got?
They always usually suck, but these ain't too bad. Like, I don't really got no problem. I don't see no problem with. I definitely think Jimmy should be a 95. Donovan Mitchell was a 92, and Jimmy's better than him.
Oh, yeah.
Jaylen Brown was an 89. I think Jimmy it's a big difference between them two, like a big difference. And we didn't see it over the last 3 years, so it's just like
that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? The people
I'm kind of with
underneath
Joe
because,
like, if I'm 2K and I'm trying to make this for like this is why I think they need to have it built into like the mechanics of the game, like a playoff, like almost like a separate stat that's like playoff adjuster, so like it scales them up once it goes to the playoffs. Because I mean, I love Jimmy. You know, he's in my top
Jimmy
10.
will be a 99 in the playoffs. If that was the case, he'd be a 99 in the playoffs.
And I would have no issue with that.
I wouldn't.
During the regular
James
season,
Harden
my man closed it.
That's
right. 85 and
Chris Paul injuries go up by 100. He's getting hurt. You got to adjust his minutes.
Well, it's gonna be a whole lot of broken.
It would make it more fun and realistic, though. But I'm with you, like, Jimmy coasted like an 85 to 90 during the regular season. If we're talking about like 2K rating, he's gonna be 20-ish points, 5 to 6 assists, 7-ish rebounds. That's real 85 to 90-ish. But you just know when that moment needs to be had.
Right,
95. So I'm cool with this. You got to respect what he did in the playoffs. He's 100. The fuck? He's gonna do everything.
So 95.
He was not 100 because his finals was not great. So that's why he got 95.
Oh yeah, his finals wasn't great, but
So that's why he's a 95.
Yeah, I'm good with 95. I'm kind of with Joe though. Wemby coming in at 84.
That's ridiculous.
Come on, bro. Like, for what he did against some G League players, like, come on now. Come on.
Especially those couple of games against the G League players. Yeah, come on now.
It's hype. They letting him give up to the hype he behind.
Oh yeah, I get it. It'll help sell it overseas as well. So
yes, 78 though. I agree. 78 should be the cap with any rookie. I don't give a fuck who you are, unless you've been playing like, you know what I'm saying. Unless you've been pro since you was 16,
right?
And really been balling.
Scoot Henderson, I would respect that because he played in the G League.
He's a 78.
He did too. Wemby played in there too.
Not as long. He didn't play in the G League. He did not play in the G League. Wemby did not play in the G League.
Yes, he did. He played against Scoot.
He did.
It was like a big hype game.
They played against each other one time. That was one time. He didn't play in the G League. He played against a G League team. That's different.
No, he played in the G League. I watched.
No, he played in the G League.
Wemby did not play in the G League. He was in the French league. His French team played against the G League.
I understand. There was another league that was after that was closer to. It was like 3 weeks long or something. He played in the G League, bro. He played on one of those teams.
He played 3 weeks. Get out of here. That don't count.
He played like a full 10 season. Games or something.
He didn't play a full season. I don't give a fuck.
I don't need him to play a full season there.
Yes, he did 10 games.
Fuck, I want him. That's trying to be my franchise.
Ignite. I don't give a fuck about that.
I just need to see what his issues are.
That's just AAU basketball. That's all.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's the NBA
the G League Ignite
team. No, it's not. The G League Ignite plays against G League teams.
No, he's not.
They're playing. Yes, he is.
He's not playing Sioux City. He's not playing.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The G League Elite. The G League Elite is just a group of those players, of potential top-notch players. That's the team, G League Elite. And then they play around in the G League. The G League Elite is just one team within the G League.
We'll research this. We'll debate this.
So like the top prospects who don't want to go to college, they join G League Elite, and then they have a whole team, and that's how they train.
That's true.
And then they play against other G League teams within there.
That is true. That part is true. You're right. That is right. But it's still, you seen them. We only need to play 3 games. They just trying to see what they need to work on.
He played 3 games in the summer league, and it didn't look good.
I'm saying, but you saw what you need to see out of him, and then
he need to get strong. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. I don't need to see a fucking whole G League team. Scoot, I want to see him just because I'm a fan. I just, you know what I'm saying? You want to watch a player like him play. But yeah, 84 kind of wild. They should be like 78. Scoot probably should have been like top of the line at 78 and just left it at that. And then
when you start going 84, like you're like talking about people that have made like all-star games, you know, like that's the like and he might
decent player
this year.
That's what I'm saying.
He might, but
where's Westbrook at? Westbrook's like an 84.
Right. Yeah, that
that there you go. Look, that's good enough right there. That he ain't no Westbrook. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like he ain't.
What's Paul George at 90?
What the?
All right, and Joe, here you go. I just looked it up. The updated 1-year development program will be conducted outside of the G League's traditional team structure. There you go. They do not play the regular teams.
That's new.
That's for
you just said they updated it from last year. Yeah, that's new.
For last year, this was dated. Or this was dated in 2020. So
that's new.
That's the league that you're talking about. That's because it was when they formed the new.
I didn't know they must have had enough players. I didn't know they had enough players. That's crazy.
That's why it's only like 10 to 12 games. I'll say it doesn't really matter that
it's more than 10 to 12 games, bro.
It might be now, but when it started, it was 10 to 12 games. But let's move on. Let's talk about the Evan Turner thing. All right, because I swear I remember which one of y'all said it first, but like they just get on these podcasts, these former players get on these podcasts and just want to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But so here we go. Here's the quote. Evan Turner says Jimmy Butler and Khris Middleton is a true debate. People would flip their lids if I tried to start a Khris Middleton or Jimmy Butler debate because that's a true debate respectfully for all parties involved. So the question then that naturally has to get asked here is Jimmy Butler or Khris Middleton? And if you want to add commentary to talk about what Evan Turner said, go for it. Joe, since you found this for us, I'll let you start it off.
I think it's ridiculous, first of all. I think Khris Middleton, I don't like the way Khris Middleton plays, first of all. To me, he's a spot-up shooter. I think he's overrated as a attacking the basket type player. I think his movements are slow. You can stop him. I mean, if Giannis isn't there, he's not getting open looks. He's not going to be able to do that. So Jimmy Butler, we've seen him carry a team. Obviously, he hasn't won a ring like Khris Middleton, but Khris Middleton had Giannis, and Giannis was balling out.
Big difference.
And Giannis went 21 for 21 from the free throw line to win the final. So I make things a little bit easier for Khris Middleton, but Khris Middleton's impact for the Bucks is important. But I think if he went somewhere else, it wouldn't be as important. He's in the perfect system with Giannis there and the pieces around him. He don't even have to play defense that much because you got Drew Holiday. So his life hella easy. Jimmy Butler doing it all on both sides. So to me, it's not even a debate. I think it's kind of crazy for him to say that. I understand when he's trying to put some respect on Khris Middleton's name, but no, not. I
feel like that's a bigger thing that should be discussed, Joe. Is I feel like it's so weird coming from players because I feel like they are the ones that get most frustrated by it. And it used to at least just be like the media that does, but like whenever you want to praise somebody, it always feels like you have to try and bring someone else down. Like he didn't have to say a word about Jimmy Butler if he just wanted to say how good Khris Middleton was, because I think all three of us would agree, very good basketball player. Probably a slightly unsung hero in terms of how much recognition he gets in the NBA versus how his actual talent is in the NBA and what he puts on the court year in, year out. Last year, kind of bad year because of all the injuries, but
all you had to say is Khris Middleton is an all-star and he don't get enough respect for that.
All-star caliber player. He's a star.
Right.
Good on you for bringing up a guy that doesn't get talked about enough. That would have been the conversation, but then he had to bring Jimmy into it. So it is what it is. But Devion, what you got?
I don't think it's shit. I'm trying to see what I really had to think about what he was comparing.
I'm trying to
defensively, you know what I'm saying? Defensively, that's probably the closest thing you can say. but it's Khris Middleton has to be a defensive player who's a spot-up shooter, but he got to play defense. Jimmy is damn near probably going to be a number one scorer and your number one defender. So, like, Khris Middleton, you can't say Khris Middleton. I guess what you're going to say, he scored more than him. That ain't true either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy didn't average damn near half his time in the league, he averaged over 20 points. Khris Middleton only did it a few times, if I ain't mistaken, right?
I would imagine like career
You know what I'm
points per
saying?
game averages, like if you exclude Jimmy's rookie year where you got like 3 points per game because you barely played, like I'd say they're probably pretty similar. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying Khris Middleton is a better scorer than Jimmy Butler. Like
I don't think he is, though.
I
I
would
don't think
personally
he is.
disagree. No, I would
Yeah.
disagree, but I don't think like that's not like a crazy take
Let me
to have.
pull up
Because I mean, Khris
17.
Middleton is a good shot creator.
Yeah, Jimmy averaged more points than him. No, career-wise, averaged more points than him. He didn't play with – see, this is how I look at it, too. It's like when they saying that they comparable players. If Jimmy played on Giannis with that same team, they probably would have won back-to-back, would have been going for a 3-peat. I'm just being real.
Bro,
Khris Middleton.
who's scoring over 100 points against that team? Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Not a lot of shooting on that team, though, if you
Yeah.
replace Jimmy.
True.
Or
That's
Middleton
you
with
would have
Jimmy. But
seen Jimmy play with people
I guess there's not a lot of shooting on the
Minnesota.
Heat every year. So.
Yeah, we watched him play with the Bulls. That was all right. We see a little glimpse of, but that wasn't what it was. D-Rose wasn't gonna be who he was. You seen him playing Minnesota, changed the whole culture
Took him
of
to
the
playoffs.
whole team, took him to the playoffs. Now they've been chasing that same thing. They talking like they big dog. You see what he did in Philly. Philly still regretting
Half a
that to
season.
this day. You should.
Tobias Harris
to.
over me.
Then he went to the finals twice. Like he
What a
went to the
boy.
finals twice. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know what I'm saying? Like, and if he had a Giannis, and he's not like this year, I get him. He didn't play the greatest one. But like, damn, boy, he didn't play damn near a perfect final. You burnt out. He ain't got nobody else helping him. Then you throw a fucking Giannis on there. Come on, bro. He fuck around trying to go for a 3-peat.
Look,
When I look at that shit, I don't think it's.
here's why
I
this
don't
is just like
know.
the
I
dumbest
don't think
comment
it's
in the
comparable.
world to ever make. Like in terms of like timing of making that comment. What just happened in this playoffs?
Yeah.
Who did the Bucks get bounced by? Jimmy fucking Butler.
And
And
Giannis
what
was
was their
hurt.
excuse?
Giannis
Giannis
was
is hurt. Giannis is hurt. Okay.
Khris Middleton
Go lead the team, Khris Middleton.
He was hurt all year though too. I mean, but you're right though.
He was
It was
healthy
his
by
time.
then.
It was his time to show up.
I'm
You're
just
right.
saying, like, if you were gonna make
Got
this comment,
upset.
I
They
would
got
probably
upset.
not choose the year where you
Like-
actually got to see them both be like the head of their team for at least a couple games, and you know
Yeah.
Jimmy to get them out of there in 5 games, doing it the way that Jimmy fucking Butler did it, like 40 point performances and guarding defensively, giving Drew Holiday all those buckets. Like, come on, bro. This is when you decided to make that comment this year. Like, I don't know. That's kind of
Yeah,
bad
point.
timing.
Jimmy is a number one option. Khris Middleton is not a number one option ever. He will never be a number one option ever.
It's funny you say that, Devion.
Yeah.
Great segue.
So,
We're gonna play a
man.
new game here. Batman or Robin. We're gonna go through. I got 4 players here, and the question is: are they Batman or are they Robin? Now, mind you, this is on a team that would win, that you think can win a championship. We all know all these players can be the best player on any given team, but do you think that team's gonna fucking win anything? So that's the question. And so no better person to start with than Jimmy Butler. Joe, I'll let you start this one. You calling Jimmy a Batman or you calling him a Robin?
Oh, come on, bro. Oh man. He like
Just say the honest answer, bro.
he's like a damn, I'm trying to think of different animal. Like Batman, that's strong, bro. He not a Robin though either. That's fine, man. He went to the finals twice, and he was the main guy. So I guess I give it to him. He a Batman.
All right. Devion?
Shit, I'm gonna say Batman, but realistically, he could be both. He that type of guy, like for real.
Nothing wrong with being able to be both. Dwayne Wade was both.
Be both, yeah. But I give
Both.
Batman. He deserved that. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm going to go Batman.
Yeah.
You know, what'll be interesting, just as a kind of aside here, if and when the Dame Lillard trade happens, it's going to be interesting who's perceived as the Batman and who is perceived as the Robin there. To me, it'll be very clear that Jimmy is the Batman. I think Jimmy is just easily the better player. But Dame's play is trendier, better for a highlight. So it'll be interesting on the commentary there.
He's the best.
Jimmy will be, but he'll be the Robin in that situation because he's going to go in there
and scoring
take the
Robin.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
He'll be like Dwayne Wade said. He said he's been the Batman, he's been the Robin, he's also been one of the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
So because that Bulls team was trash when he went there with the Bulls. Rondo,
oh my God,
Butler. They was terrible. They was so bad.
My God.
I mean, you put 3 guys that can't shoot a lick all together and said, "Fuck it, let's make it work." But anyways, Batman or Robin? Khris Middleton.
Robin.
Easily a Robin. He will never be the best player on a championship team. Let's go out to Phoenix. Devin Booker.
Batman. I told y'all that last episode or 2 episodes ago that he was going to be the number 1 option for the Phoenix Suns. So he Batman.
Oh, we going off his current scene. Nah, he not no with KD. I'm just seeing he a fucking Robin. He crazy. If KD went on there, you could say Batman.
It's not if we're talking about just this player. Can this player be Batman or can he be Robin? Can he be Batman on a winning team? A team that wins a championship. I know you're a fan of him, Devion, so I know this might be tough for you.
I know. That's why I'm trying not to be biased. Because I've seen what he did with Chris Paul.
Yeah, exactly.
But realistically, Chris Paul really was the driving force. D Book just scored, and he helped him develop into him. So he really
got Devion Batman or Robin.
D Book was putting up 40 in the bubble.
I gotta say Batman. I just can't do it. I know he probably. I say Batman. I gotta like him too much. It's like one of my favorite. Batman. It hurt. It's hard because I've seen what he did already. You know what I'm saying? I've really seen what he did, and he got KD. KD's Batman.
I'm not mad at the answer. I'm going Robin though. I don't think he does enough in total to be able to lead a team to a championship as their best player.
He's not doing.
I don't think he can do it. Well, I hope he can because I do really like watching him play. I just I'll say the same thing about my main man who's joining him out there in
This
field.
man finna do something crazy. I know what he's finna do. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Well, we got one more left.
Robin, we got one more. One more.
It's about to be something crazy. I already know it's finna.
It's one of your favorite players, Joe.
I know. Come on, bro.
Anthony Davis. Joseph. Let's do the honor.
Bro, no. That's a Robin. Get out here. I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Soft ass, bro. Man. What's a softer person than Robin? That's what his ass is.
Yeah,
Robin girl.
Robin, bro.
Not
Bad
Robin
girl.
Catwoman.
Catwoman is cool.
Catwoman's too tough. All right.
Yeah, she was tough though. She was
tough.
I don't know enough about the comics.
No,
it was about the 3 that I know, and that.
That's true. Bro.
Devion, what you got?
Robin. So we tried that Batman shit. He just don't want that cape. We tried. He just don't want it. Like it's set up for this motherfucker. And he out here fucking up. Like you was supposed to be 2020. Supposed to go back to how you was playing with him and DeMarcus Cousins. That's what we wanted. We ain't get that.
You ain't get it.
That's what we
sure
wanted.
Ain't get it.
Man, come on, bro.
That's a messed up question, bro.
What?
He did this on purpose to hurt us.
No, he did.
You know Paul Gasol getting in the Hall of Fame, bro. You gonna talk about this, man. Let us have a.
There's so many people. He could have put Luka in there instead of Anthony Davis.
Luka's an obvious Batman.
Come on, bro.
Ain't nobody gonna say Luka's a Robin. Come on.
He could have put Donovan Mitchell on there.
Yeah, Bradley Bill. We could
have put Jalen Brunson. You could have put Jalen Brunson on there.
All right, well, to round it out, I'm going to say Anthony Davis is also.
He could have picked quickly. Look, we could have did quickly. my bad, Anthony Davis. Bro, I was just fucking with you. Bro.
All right. No, all right. I got one more for you.
Robin.
I got one more for you.
Oh my gosh, that one hurt. I'm not gonna lie. We
Here you
want
go.
him to be a Batman.
Batman
so
or
bad.
Robin? Jason Tatum.
Now
He
you got
Batman.
hard.
Joseph.
Oh, he Batman. He Batman. The only problem is his teammate think he Batman too, and he not. He barely Robin. That's the real problem. But no, yeah, he Batman. He Batman easy.
Easy.
He Batman.
I don't know about
He
easy.
Batman of the league. What you mean? When they put the logo up in the sky, the NBA logo up in the sky, who the first player you gonna think of? Jason Tatum.
Not some fucking Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
I promise
will?
you that.
Who you see on more commercial? What NBA player you see on more commercials than anything?
I didn't know commercials won
Jason Tatum.
championships.
Jason Tatum. I'm just saying, when he get that championship, it's gonna be a wrap. They already trying to make him the face of the league. He played for the Boston Celtics.
Hey,
It's Jason Tatum.
you ain't lying about that one. They try to make him
Devion.
face the NBA. Yeah,
Devion, what you got, bro? You a Batman to you, bro?
Batman, yeah, because I ain't gonna look. I ain't gonna beat dude up over that weak ass organization because they can't put the right things in there and they can't, you know what I'm saying? I guess they put a bunch of them players pretend like they like each other, they best friends and shit. Like, because if Jimmy was in Jaylen Brown's situation, you wouldn't be having these conversations. It'd be a clear cut who's who. But you got, like he said, you got two Batmans, or two players thinking that they Batman. One is really a Batman. One is just like, all right, little bro, you good, but this is my time to shine. Just stand in that corner and shoot or drive to the lane and go get this putback. So I think here, Batman, we just watching a shitty organization. That's I'm gonna say it. That's a shitty organization.
Hey, wait, before you say something, Will. Hey, Devion, guess what I've been hearing rumblings of?
They don't like each other.
Jason Tatum and the Lakers. That's all I'm saying. It don't make sense. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
Bro,
They,
you know how happy that would make me?
That's just
because you know who would piss off the most.
The rumor out there.
You know who would piss off the most? That dumb bitch that always wants to open his mouth about some Dwayne Wade, Paul Pierce. Oh my god, that would be chef's kiss.
Man, we win a ring.
Instead of the extension. Just saying.
Hey, if obviously I would prefer Jason Tatum to just come down to Miami, but if that's not going to be the option, oh, the Lakers would be fantastic. Oh my God, Boston would cry.
We win a ring.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
We're gonna show you what you should have done with this player.
But all right, I'll round it out. I do think Jason Tatum is a Batman. I was just fucking with you, Joe. I do think he is a Batman. I think it's more of a conversation than what you're making it out to be. But I think he can be the best player on a team that wins. He already did lead the Celtics to a finals. And you know, if they just get a little bit smarter as a team, what I'm still kind of internally wrestling with is, do they play a dumb brand of basketball because of poor coaching over the years, or is it because of Jason and Jaylen? Are they pushing them? No, I don't. Yeah. No, I don't.
They stubborn.
It's an organization.
It's both.
It's
them. The player, they stubborn.
I can't say that because, like, at the end of the day, like,
he made Doka had them right.
No, he didn't. They still play the same dumbass brand of basketball. He just had them better.
Yeah, but they play defense. They play defense.
Yeah, they had some lack
That's
defensively.
A start, though. I mean, he was in their ear a little bit.
But I mean, to me, like, they're never going to win. Like, the defense they're going to. I mean, even this year with Joe Mazzulla, they were a good defensive team. Like, they were like a top 5 to 10
but they kept
defensive team.
Taking stupid ass shots.
Like, their defensive, like, just in terms of points, it's so bad because when they have the turnovers, it's just
their basketball IQ is trash.
Yeah, I feel like their poor offense leads to worse defensive numbers for them.
Give Spo that team. They can win a ring. They fuck around, might win a ring.
Spo had that team. That team would have won like 3 championships.
There you go. I think that's what I'm saying. There go the problem right there. You got to be a certain level of coach and get a certain level of respect.
Like, you also need a coach. But like, the thing that's hard, Devion, is it's easy to say Spo would, because Spo's got credibility in the NBA. Yeah, like even Ime, like, he had that one nice year, but like, he doesn't really have the pedigree to be able to go to them and say, no, you're not going to play offense like this.
That's the Hawks wing got Quinn Snyder for that exact reason with Trae Young.
Exactly. That would have been a great get for the Celtics, honestly.
Quinn Snyder, being completely honest. Awesome. Yeah,
but I'm saying, like, they don't. That organization is living up the hype of that organization. they not making real moves like that. They forgot
All
what it is.
I'm
They're
saying,
doing
Damian, is
college
like, okay,
moves like Brad Stevens. Like,
Yeah,
all
that's it.
what I'm
Just
saying is, if I'm gonna kill James
I'm
Harden like
being
I killed
petty,
James
so,
Harden
no.
for kind of ensuring that
You're real.
that team-oriented offense doesn't
I see what
happen,
you're saying.
I got to give the same smoke to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown because
That's
at
right.
the end of the day, if they insist on playing that brand of basketball, they'll play
Gotta
that brand
win.
of basketball.
But Kobe did, but he won.
No, but
Well-
even Kobe, like that's the most. Okay, that is.
Come on, bro.
Let's
Kobe
talk
was
about it.
not. Kobe not getting assists out there like that, bro.
Let's talk about it. I don't care about assists. What I'm saying is, in terms of just the style of the offense, not having to dominate the basketball for 16 seconds of the 24-second
Okay,
shot
I
clock.
see.
Kobe
did
Bryant
that.
did not do that. Kobe Bryant was very cool running the triangle, doing all that,
I'll give you that.
and getting the
He
ball in
did.
his spots.
He did. Was
Now
off
he wasn't
the
going
ball
to give
more.
that bitch up. Once
Yeah,
he got
did
it in
move
his
around
spot,
off
he
the
wasn't
ball.
giving that
You're
bitch.
right.
But like, yeah, they
You're
could
right.
play off.
You're right.
He wasn't
You're
giving
right.
up because he didn't have players he could trust. When we actually started
Exactly.
getting players that we could trust,
You're right.
he started
You're right.
giving it to him a lot more. But I wouldn't
You're
do it either. It was bad basketball, but the triangle helped. We got Paul.
The triangle
he touched
helped because it
more.
allowed
We got
Kobe
Lamar
to
Odom.
focus on his scoring.
Yeah.
Because when he got the ball, he
That's
was
fair.
getting in a position to
To
score.
score. You're right.
Yep.
That's fair. He did. He moved off the ball way more than Jason Tatum did. I give you that.
Oh,
Yeah. He needs
Tatum-
better
not even
conditions.
Tatum.
He needs better
The
conditions.
other
Jason
one,
Tatum's not
Jaylen.
moving off the ball. Neither one
Yeah.
of them move off the ball. They both gonna wait till they get.
They
What
both want to
Jay
catch the
Tatum
ball
does
at
for
the
those
top of the key
threes.
and just drive and
Yeah.
create.
Exactly.
They just want to dribble. Like,
Hey,
Yeah.
Jason Tatum needs a better conditioning coach, or he needs better conditioning, and
He need to
somebody
be
needs
like-
to work on
he
that
need to-
dribbling.
He need to be like Paul Gasol. I mean, not Paul Gasol. He need to be like Paul Pierce. He need to work on his post game. I don't know why he don't post
that would
up
be
more.
a good element. That would be a good
need
element.
to
I don't
post
like
up
you
more.
bringing. I don't like you saying a
Yeah.
positive thing about Paul Pierce on this podcast, but
But I just said because
No.
he with the Celtics. I mean, that's an
I
easy
get it.
person he can
I
go
get
talk to and say, "Give me that hezzy pump
Hey
fake."
man,
He can do a lot in the post, man. He need to be in the post. He's bigger than
Jason
people think.
Tatum's the best thing to happen.
it helps
to
you
the
exploit
success
matchups,
Paul
right? Like it's
Pierce
a
and
great way to
KD.
exploit matchups and get easy buckets. Or at the end of
Facts.
the day, like even if you're
Being a
not
three-level
scoring,
player, three-level scorer,
easy
yeah.
doubles, easy passes, make it simple for everybody else. I'm with you. I wish he would get in the post a little more. Drew Hanlon, get on that shit, bro.
Yes, sir.
But you know how
I'll
we
give him
end
a
this
call
show.
real quick. Actually, you want me to call him after the show?
Yeah, let's do that.
Sorry,
Actually, no.
I ain't
No.
trying to flex like that. I'm sorry. I can. No,
Actually, no. We don't need it. We don't need to call him because I don't want the Celtics to be any good. So no, keep doing that bullshit
Oh,
while you're.
but
in
you can
Boston,
talk
Jason.
to you could talk to Joel Embiid. They working out together, so you talk to him.
Yeah,
too.
no, he's with Hanlon too. No, just keep doing it.
A lot
Keep
of them
doing
over
it.
there.
Hey, Drew, keep doing that same shit
Keep it
with
up.
them. Keep doing that same shit. But you know how we choose to end this show? We choose
I can call
love. We
Ja for
choose
you too if you
violence.
need a gun. I got Coach
God
Blake
damn it,
Ahern.
Ja.
I got the assistant coach number, Coach Blake Ahern. He's from St. Louis. I can
Sure,
call him
Ja.
up. Yeah,
Unnecessary.
he the one who
Ja
got Ja
Spitter.
3-point. He the one that worked out with Ja. Actually got Ja 3-point
Hey,
shot up.
you know what? Maybe
Just
all
saying.
the recent news from Alabama. Maybe this will actually be able to be a launching pad
That's
for
great.
Ja. He'll put the guns away and you
So-
just carry the chair around. Just put that chair in your pocket. Just keep the chair on.
Ja with a deadly
I
weapon.
Folding chair.
guarantee Ja's definitely gonna do that. He's definitely gonna pick up a chair and like shoot it like a Uzi.
Hey, this is a great
I
time
guarantee it. I
to
guarantee.
get him a branded deal with chairs and say, put the guns down, put the chairs up. This
Oh.
is a great brand.
Yes, it is.
It's a
That
great
really
job.
is.
So I'm
Put the
saying.
guns down. Put the chairs
I would-
up. That's great.
I would do it.
That's genius, bro. That's genius. That is
Joe, how do you want to
genius.
choose? How do you want to end this show, bro? You choosing love or you choosing violence?
That's great.
Oh
Man,
my
I'm trying. I'm gonna choose. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna choose today. Let me see. if I'm
Choose
feeling-
both. Why you gotta choose?
I feel like, yeah, I'm feeling good today, but I feel like I should throw some shade too at the same time. You know what, man? I'm gonna throw hate. I'm gonna throw hate. You know why I'm gonna throw hate? Because St. Louis racist as fuck, bro.
Oh
and,
my
it's
god.
and the proof
That's a lot of
is
old news.
the #1 Cardinal fan, the rally runner, was caught at January 6th in the White House. He the one got closest.
Oh my God.
He said he got the closest, and his ass going to jail, and that's what the hell he get. The
Bye-bye.
Cardinals' #1 fan, all the way up there in the White House, January 6th. That's what his bitch ass get.
Joe, you know what's funny is within Cubs Twitter community, we always joke about, like this year, this day is saddest day since January 6th for Cardinals fans. and it's actually just so true.
It really
That's
is.
what's fantastic about it.
Just wraps the
Oh,
whole
my-
season up perfectly, doesn't it? They suck, bro. They trash.
Sorry ass
Awful.
team, sorry ass fans, sorry
Awful.
ass.
Did you know? Hey, if you want to go to the game Monday, they selling tickets for $2.
Hmm.
They're playing the Oakland A's, so it's the worst team versus like the
Solidarity.
fourth worst team. Yep. As they just lost to the Kansas City Royals, who are the second worst team in the league. So
Good job,
throwing my
Cardinals.
hate to the Cardinals. They suck, and they're not going to do anything in the offseason. They still need 3 starting pitchers, and they ain't gonna have shit. They got Steven Matz, Miles Michaelis, and Dakota Hudson, Jake Woodford, a whole bunch of no names. They're fucked. The offense is nice, but they still fucked because they're not gonna spend the money to get pitchers out there. So it's gonna be the same.
Devion, what you got, bro?
I got a double dose of love this week.
Double dose. Who the
Damn.
fuck is this?
You got some pussy.
Yeah. Oh no. This is we don't get in my personal life, but I'm gonna go in love with Paul George if this is true.
Man,
Oh my god.
He said he gonna come out and be a monster this year. I'm holding on, Paul George.
Buying this bullshit.
Look, man, you know
What
I don't
player
believe that.
says no? I'm a
You don't
suck
believe
this
that.
year.
you don't
Look.
believe that, bro.
I'm just saying, Paul George. I had to stop being a Paul George fan, and I had to replace his ass because I've been disappointed the last couple of years.
Say you want him to come out like the evil LeBron.
You hear me,
LeBron was
man?
mad.
As an
You heard
old
LeBron was
Paul
mad?
George fan, bro, I just love to hear it, man. I hope that Stephen A. did something that nobody else could do. Get this motherfucker to play good. I hope this is true. But
Bro, no one's
So you're
worried about
giving
him
love
playing in the
to
regular
Stephen
season,
A?
bro.
no,
You said it
I'm
was
giving
double
love
dose.
to for
You said double dose of love. You giving love to Paul George and Stephen A. That's what you giving Stephen A. love. That's what I heard.
I gave Stephen A. love last week. No, this is going to my next one. They don't have nothing to do with each other. I just read to an old clip of Paul Pierce and KG on live, and shout out to Paul Pierce. He got to be one of the greatest entertainers ever.
Easily.
Easily. He bought that shit.
What the fuck's going on?
He bought
Y'all
a
are both now
girlfriend for a
giving
day.
love. Why are we giving love to Paul Pierce?
Because he
What the
bought
fuck is
a
that?
girlfriend for a day and told you how to do it.
Why are we
on
loving
national
that?
television.
And then he said, "Oh, I'm gonna laugh for real."
That shit, are you not entertained yet?
He said,
That
"Hey, Lord,
boy
we
is-
working, Lord. We working,
Hey.
Lord."
He was like, that motherfucker just threw that light at me. He was like,
What they call-
Oh, my bad.
Hey, bro, if you
I
see him in the
love it.
pajamas, if you see him in the pajama pants, you know he finna be wild, bro.
Come on, man. Paul Pierce did this on live. This is the same motherfucker who was cheating on. He's talking about cheating on his wife, his girls. They cheating on everybody, having strippers, and lost his ESPN job. This is the greatest entertainer of my life. This boy knows how to entertain. Get him, man. They need to get him a show, bro. I'm sorry. That's like one
They
of the
should
best
give him a
things
show.
the Celtics has ever done. Is him. He is, bro, since they gave him a mic, bro. Him and Gilbert Arenas on a show together.
Gilbert is hilarious.
Oh my God.
Man.
Well, you know how great that'd be?
Bro,
Oh,
Gilbert
Gilbert-
Arenas had a whole 20-minute argument with one of his co-hosts about I think it was Bull.
Bull.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was gold. That shit was gold. I'm all here for the
Gilbert-
love for Gilbert Arenas. But all right. So I got to cut you
What
off.
about Paul
Devion.
Pierce?
No. I got to cut you off because what we're not going to do is talk about all these good things with Paul Pierce on Dwayne Wade's enshrinement day, since he likes to always compare himself
that's
to
fair.
Dwayne Wade. So
Great
I'm
Paul
going to show
Pierce-
love. My
Paul
love
Pierce
is
got in
obvious.
before Dwayne Wade, didn't he?
Yeah, because he retired before him.
I'm just saying. He got in though.
2020, I think.
First ballot. But yeah, my love's obviously going to Dwayne Wade on his enshrinement day. Shout out D Wade. I spent all day yesterday
boy,
just
yeah.
watching highlights. I watched actually from our intro. I just rewatched that game 6. You know, Bosch kicks out to Ray Allen. Bang. You know, it wasn't Dwayne Wade's best game or anything, but still good memories with Dwayne Wade in the Heat uniform. So salute to Dwayne Wade, the basketball player, the person, the father. easy to be a fan of my man Dwayne Wade. We are 3